Hello Taurus, welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you're connecting with on a romantic level. What it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. We have here shapeshifting. First card's the strongest, and that is my third party card. So some of you may have been in a relationship in the past. This could also be a current relationship. For others of you, this could be a situationship or someone that you've met and you know there's a whole lot of energy, but no one's really speaking up. For those of you who are new, my method of reading is just slightly different. I do have the ability of channeling through my higher intuitive self to get the answers that I need. I do not channel through any spirit guides. That includes the goddesses. At the end of this reading, I do channel Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel to provide you with some advice based on what comes up today. Wow. Taurus. Under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme is healing. This is a very important card to have, especially when it shows a finale of something. And I see here the end of a phase. The end of something. We have here shape-shifting followed by ecstasy, fear, order, doubt, power, mothering, pleasure. Under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme, we have here healing. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Taurus, I do regret the things that I have said and done. The awkward situation that I've put you in. The feelings and emotions that you go through now. And how you have had to adjust to everything that I've done. No matter where you go, no matter what you do, something happens and I always end up thinking about you. And even if I am the path with someone else, my mind is turned towards you. For me, you are a sweet distraction. And I may change the way I look, the way I act when I'm with you. Having you in my life, it has changed a lot. A lot of how I feel, what I feel on the inside. There are feelings and emotions that I have deep down that are very much related to the soul, to the spirit. And I feel very much attached. I also know that there's this feeling of eternal bliss, happiness in the heart. And I am nervous. I am afraid. I get nervous around you now, thinking about us, thinking about the situation. A long time ago, it may have seemed as if I was very confident. Well, now that's all changed because of the circumstances that we are in, the circumstances that I find myself in. Things have changed. No longer am I that person who is very confident. I've lost all that confidence. I have also lost that feeling of having a lot of self-esteem. I feel insecure, anxiety, panic attacks, paranoia. Ultimately, I don't feel good. In fact, I feel sick sometimes, knowing the things that have happened, the things that I've done, the things that you have been through, and the things that I've put you through. And because of this fear, this nervousness that I have when it comes to you, I am very confused. You may wonder why I have not moved forwards, backwards, left, or right, why I stay still, and there is no movement. I am aware that in this connection, there is this feeling of confusion, a lack of understanding, a lack of clarity from my side. I am very confused, and I want to make a decision, but it turns out that I can't. I don't know what decision to make. I don't know which way to go. I also feel a lot of doubt. The doubts that I have, it makes me second guess that even if I was to reach out to you, would you be willing to be with someone like me? There is a lack of trust and a lack of faith, and this is what makes me wonder, would you even want to be with someone like me? There's no doubt you do have a lot of power over me. No doubt about it. This power that exists, you make me emotionally vulnerable, and you're able to make me weak in the knees. To me, you are also temptation, and for me, it's hard to resist you being so tempting. I also have realized that there has been a lot of unconditional love that you've given to me. That the type of love you've given to me is like family. Not letting go, but always being there. The problem is, I took advantage of that. I never truly valued it. Here I see you now as somebody who can provide me with love, shelter, protection, always being there for me. But I'm paranoid and nervous around someone like that who loves me so much. I'm paranoid because I don't like what I did to you. And I know there has been a lot of pleasure in this connection. Energetically even, spiritually and physically. There has been a lot of pleasure. The feeling has been sometimes through the roof. But there's a lot of confusion. I myself am very confused about where this is headed because of what I've done. Because of the situation that I've put you in. Overall, right now, I'm trying to heal. Not because of the things that you've done to me, but because what I did to you. I do understand that I need time to heal. And so I have forced myself into isolation, forced myself into loneliness, detaching myself from the everyday world to regain balance, keeping my distance and keeping it so much that I'm finally able to reflect and understand why I do the things that I do. Why did I do this? A lot of self-reflection, contemplation, and introspection. I want to know why I am the way that I am. And when I treat people, why do I do it like this? For now, all I can do is just wait. All right, Taurus, your cards came out in this way. Now, for some of you, this could be the reverse, but this is a general love reading. It's not going to resonate for everybody. What I definitely see here is, though, somebody was not able to give the time, energy, and effort to somebody else in this connection. That definitely I can see. And there's a realization that that commitment wasn't as strong as it should have been. And because of that, now somebody's realized that that behavior was wrong. And so there's fear. There's this avoidance. There's like a avoidant and being very detached. What's interesting, though, the overall arching theme is healing. And this does show me that your person of interest, at the very least, is trying to heal. They're trying to understand who they are and why they do the things that they do, the way that they do it. All right, guys, let's have a look here at another set. I have here the Lover's Path Tarot. Interesting. So, we do have two that just came out. I'll pull both. Temptation, it's a huge card. Temptation's very, very important. And we have the 10 of Arrows, followed by the King of Coins. All right. So for those of you who are new, this particular deck, I like to read in the reverse. And also, I go a little bit back in time in this connection between the both of you. Sorry. To see what it is that happened in the first place. So, all right, I have here the Lover's Path Tarot. And what I'll be looking into is, what are the main issues that occurred in the past? This is for those of you who may not know what it is that I do with this particular deck. What I like to do is have a look at the past, the history between the both of you. So something happened, things were going great, and then something changed, something shifted, and all of a sudden everything kind of went downhill. So what happened? Now, I do read this deck in the reverse, and also I read this a little bit into the past, your past. This is for those of you that never received any closure, and you really deserve it, and you really wanted it. This is also for those of you that may have been ghosted. This person could have faded over time. They could have abandoned you. And you may be wondering, what did I do? Was it my fault? Not all the time is it your fault. Okay, sometimes, yes, we make mistakes, but not all the time, okay? And many of you may be wondering, because this person is no longer in your life the way that you would like them to be, you may be wondering, because they have ghosted you or they have faded, what really happened. And I see that here with the healing card. That does show me that there is definitely some distance here between the both of you. All right, let's have a look. We have the 10 of Arrows followed by the 3 of Cups. The Ten of Arrows. This talks about a lack of understanding, accumulation, and a lack of wisdom. Okay, so this is interesting. You remember we just had order. We had the card order on this side earlier. For me, that talks about a lack of understanding, a lack of clarity, a lack of transparency. Comprehension even, lack of comprehension. So here, this was stemming, sorry guys, this was stemming from way before actually. So this is not just something recent that you guys were going through. Whatever happened was building up over time. We have here the 10 of Arrows that talks about how more needed to be considered before completely understanding a situation. They were overwhelmed by too much information that was coming to them, and they were getting lost in the details. Now, this may seem very vague. Too much information could be you sending them information, telling them perhaps that you love them, or telling them that, these are the other things I have to take care of in my life. It could be any type of information. But the thing is that for them, they were overwhelmed by it. Honestly, Taurus, some people are very sensitive too. You could have said the slightest little thing, and it may have just been like, whoa, this is too much for me. There's some people like that out there now. They're very, very sensitive. So it could be that you said something that was very deep or something that was very light and they considered it deep. We also have here, sorry guys, we also have here getting lost in the details. So it's so much information that they were so overwhelmed that they could not make heads or tails of it. It was too much. Too much information being given to them. Now, what's interesting about this card, it also talks about how the person did not have perfect emotional wisdom. They could have gained it through experience, but they had not. They did not want to share knowledge with others. They could not end a difficult situation. We have here understanding, a lack of understanding. We also have here the 3 of Cups. So, Taurus and Crosswatcher, whoever's watching, guys, please forgive me. I got allergies again, and it usually is a respiratory thing, so hopefully I'll get better. But please don't mind me clearing my throat. If I keep pausing, it's going to take me forever to patch the files and then finally upload. Yeah, it's very nasty. Okay, so please just bear with me. We have here the 3 of Cups. 3 of Cups here talks a lot about how your person of interest may have been very, it talks more about like overindulging. They may have been very carefree, I'm seeing right now. not taking things seriously as they should have been. Here it talks about overindulgence and procrastination. Time to get back to work. A celebration involving the divine feminine or the divine masculine, but mostly a feminine energy. This could be men who are very feminine or women who are just feminine. But it talks about a celebration with that sort of energy. Like a wedding or a feast. It could also just be drinking or having fun at a party with a lot of individuals that perhaps this person should not have been with. This is why it got to the point where the card suggests and talks about overindulgence. And also procrastination, not really moving forward in this connection, doing the things that they should have been doing. They were procrastinating. And it talks about here, time to get back to work. So there's procrastination and there's overindulgence. There's a lack of understanding and there's not a lot of wisdom. This person could have come to you like a queen or a king, as if they know it all, as if they are just very mature. However, it may have taken you some time to realize that this person really wasn't. You may have wanted something completely different, more commitment. I'm saying the word commitment. exclusive, I'm seeing. And this person, wow, I'm hearing they were looking for a good time. I'm hearing it. They were looking for a good time. And obviously, if they're looking for a good time, if that's not what you were looking for, then it's not going to be a very harmonious connection. That's what happened here. It appears that your person of interest was not truly very wise when it comes to relationships and connections. Not only that, but their attention wasn't 100% towards you. This also could indicate a third-party situation too, especially if you had shape-shifting in the beginning. Third party, another individual in the mix. Maybe 2 people, or 3 or 4 people. This entire situation, it's either 3 or 4, not 2, but 3 or 4 people involved in this whole situation. And for some of you, this is a third-party situation. But the problem is the individual you're dealing with, they were not as mature as they should be, or they should have been. That's the issue. Wow. I'm hearing the word plaything. Some of you may have felt that this person treated you or thought of you as a plaything. All right, guys, I have here the... Why am I getting that? Squashbuckler's Tarot. I have no idea where I got that from. This is not that, okay? This is the beginner's tarot deck. Sometimes I just hear these things. I don't know what that means. Did somebody dress up as one, maybe? Okay. We have here any actions, any plans, any intentions your person of interest may have. All right. Interesting. So, we have 3 major arcana, so that's interesting. A lot of major changes here. Magician, your person of interest here, they want you back, Taurus. They want you back by hook or by crook. And the thing is, they are starting to realize, but I do not see that level of maturity. It's almost like they feel teased when you're not there. It's like you're teasing them. And they want, genuinely, this is what they genuinely want. They genuinely want to be with you, but show you that, look, I can provide you with everything. And I can always be there for you. But they want to show you off. They want to buy your love. That's what I'm seeing here. Now, what's also interesting is they want to make things right. How do they want to make things right, Taurus? By buying your love. And that's exactly why this person is a page. Right there. That's exactly why. So, yeah, you're dealing with somebody here who may have come off as, very mature and they knew it all. But no, they did not. And here, from their point of view, which is kind of sweet, that's nice. They're trying to make things right. But they want to be the person who can fulfill everything, right? The problem here is I don't see any cups, right? Even in the beginning, we didn't have a lot of the other type of cards we could have gotten. I didn't get the feelings and emotions card. I didn't get the love card. There's a lot of things that didn't pop up. So I do see here a situation where there's a lot of intent. There's a lot of planning. The World card, there's also the intent of closing the gap between the both of you. You could be living in the same home, but the communication's hardly there. And that's simply because you're just not talking. But this person wants to close that gap. And if physically you are far away, worlds apart, right? This person wants to close that gap. So yes, they do want to be with you. The problem is that I'm not seeing them coming to you as somebody who's very mature. And that makes a difference. That maturity makes a difference. We also have here, let's just go back for a second. Maturity makes a difference because the person knows how to value you as a human being and how to be in a long-term committed connection. Okay? If the majority of you are looking for long-term. That is somebody who's mature because they value you. They see your worth and they're afraid of losing you because then they know what else is out there. Okay? This is the issue. You are dealing with somebody who is very youthful, very immature, very inexperienced even. The problem is that they make their decisions based on, as anybody would, based on who they are right now. And for that reason, sometimes the decisions are not the right decisions. So here we also have Two of Swords. A part of them literally just wants to have some peace and quiet. They want to have some truce. They do not want to move forward and do anything that could jeopardize. And they are basically here crossing their heart with the swords. They're like, okay, you know what? I'm good to go. I'm not going to move forward. I'm fine where I am right now. We also have here the overall arching theme, the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles here is your person of interest making a very sweet and offer. It's a gesture. It is tangible in nature. That's really nice. My concern is, Taurus, after seeing this, they need to do more in order for you to be in a connection with them in a long-term sort of way. Okay? So there's no harm in contacting this person, talking to them if they reach out to you. There's no harm in that. They do have good intentions, guys. The issue here is that they don't know how to put on that suit. And we shouldn't have to put on a suit of somebody who's mature. We should gradually have that transition and become mature ourselves, right? So you don't want somebody who's just going to hop and try to act like somebody else. You want them to gradually and naturally change and evolve over time. A better version of themselves. A more mature version of themselves, right? So, if this person reaches out to you, which I do see that they're going to attempt something, I would suggest that you be the person who's leading. Because if this person leads, it may just be some type of drama, a temporary drama. It won't be as deep, if that's what you're looking for. All right, guys, I have here Archangel answer cards. Just going to do a quick prayer. All right, I have here, Taurus, we have your within the next few weeks, followed by be assertive. Yes, be assertive. That is 100% correct, because this connection, you're dealing with somebody who may always want to get their way. And that's the thing, right? When you're also immature, you're not as selfless. When you're immature, you are less likely to just give willingly. When you are mature and wise, you just are selfless. That's the difference here. So you're definitely going to have to be a bit more assertive than you already are. Interesting. This has made an impact on some of you. You may have gotten, I'm getting the word misled. Some of you may have been misled. You may have been thinking, you thought you knew this person, and it turns out, no, they turned out to be completely different, right? These messages are brought to you by Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. We have here within the next few weeks or months, it will be time for you to understand where you stand, right? In this position, in this connection, what level of authority do you have? What is your contribution? Because I want you, going forward, to be assertive. Now, this can be in this connection, Taurus, or in any connection, okay? always remember to be assertive. Be open, be honest. Let the person know what you're comfortable with. Let them know what you're not comfortable with. Tell them your boundaries. There's more respect. It's more long-term when you do that. Here we also have get more information. Now it seems to me that there's certain things in this connection that perhaps you were unaware of that may have been causing issues. This could be anything related to communication gaps, what this person is going through, why they think the way that they do. Why are they so immature? And if it is a third party, maybe you need to learn more about that sort of an issue, how to handle that or how to deal with that, or why does somebody do what they do? We also have here an interesting card, romance. Now this does show me that this connection that you have, the reason why some of you can't let go and you feel it's like an obsession that's growing, it's because it's a spiritual connection. For some of you, it could be a past life spiritual connection. For others of you, anomalies, I call them, could be in a future life reading, meaning that you're eventually destined to be together at some point in time, but not in this lifetime. So there is a recognition that your souls have here where they actually recognize each other. They know each other because they've kind of been there, done that. That's the only reason why it may be so difficult for you to pull away from this person. We also have here remain positive. Now, many things have happened and you may have just become very negative because of all the things that have gone on. Here, the angels are saying it is very important for you to remain positive. And remember, when you stay positive, you attract positive energy. Recovery is here. This is why I was kind of concerned about this, because this entire reading, it's almost as if you have been pulling all the weight. I'm seeing somebody in my mind's eye right now. It's very old, like, I don't know, like Asia, 1600s. But it's somebody that's they're bending over and they're holding like weight and luggage. It's a basket, but there's a whole lot of weight on it. And they're just dragging it. What I'm seeing here is that in this connection, you have been dragging a lot, holding on to a lot of weight in terms of this connection, even maybe the burdens of the heart. And it's so much that it is overwhelming. I don't know why I got that particular image. We also have here, ask for help from others. Interesting. That's very on point. Recovery here does talk about you needing to recover emotionally, spiritually, and physically. Now, the mind, body, spirit, and the soul, one of them might be out of alignment, maybe more than one. But here, the best way to also recover is, of course, reflection, right? Meditation, but going to some friends, some family members, talking to some people that you know, that love you, that care for you, and that are open and honest with you. If you feel somebody is jealous, don't even talk to them, because they're just going to be sending you negative vibes. Ask for others for help, okay? Let me read it again. Ask for help from others. And when you do this, the reason why this card has come up, because they are going to give you some of the information that you need when it comes to this particular connection. We also have here, meditation brings answers, the overall arching theme. Meditation, some of you may have taken a step back and just been busy. It is important for you to take 15 to 20 minutes in your day and keep it to yourself. Now, when it comes to meditation, Angel Fakil has told me 21 minutes. She says for meditation minimum, and 2 to 3 minutes for prayer minimum. And when you do it, mean it, feel it, because you will notice a difference if you actually believe it, right? It's interesting. This particular reading, there's a lot going on here with the angels providing you with this information. Things will fall into place. It's a matter of you connecting with your higher self and you connecting with your group of family or your friends, people that actually love you, trust you. And it could also be even a therapist or somebody that you need to talk to in regards to the situation. They will give you some type of information that will make things, it'll put things into perspective for you. I'm getting the word understanding. You will understand things better. That's what I just saw that in my mind's eye. Now, with the recovery card, I do want to just kind of go over this. Taurus, officially, your reading is done. Now, let me just tell you, I want to just quickly go over this. with this particular card, I do like to explain to some of you how this works. So we may have trauma energy, right? Trauma, emotional trauma, and we can do many things to get rid of it, but I do have a package that can help you actually get rid of negative energies that come into our lives because of many different reasons, for many various reasons. These reasons could be anything. It could be like you living in a haunted house, or somebody just gave you the evil eye. It could be black magic. It could be yourself feeling depressed, frustrated, lonely, stressed out. All that stuff attracts these things, and I have a package for that called the Chakra Checkup Package, okay? Some of you might need to get that. And if you feel that you are not feeling as wonderful as you used to be, or even if you've never felt great, for those that have felt a lot of crappy things right from the time they were born, try to see if you could find on my website. It's in the rates and packages section. The website is www.asnointia.com. The package is called Generational Curse Removal Package. If you feel these things have been happening ever since childhood, that's typically something that is due to that issue, a generational curse. Now this package that I have, I provide you a reading with it. I have the ability of looking remotely at the negative energies that exist in your home, around your aura, and inside of your body, which is your chakra centers. I tell you what you have, how many you have, and with the help of Angel Fake Heal, I do a reading and I tell you how to heal yourself from this. It's a very simple, very easy method. There's 3 different ones for the home, around your aura, and inside of your body. Very straightforward. Now, once that's gone, once you release this stuff, you will start to feel better. Whatever's owed to you karmically, whatever's written in your book of life, it will come. Even if you've been trying to manifest, things will be a little easier, as long as it's practical and realistic. It will be easier for you to manifest because now there's no blockages. Negative energies block. That's their job, to do it well. And here, with this package, the Chakra Checkup one, that can help you. Some of you may be also interested in love readings. Yes, I have an audio plus a PDF that I provide right now. That's the Express Love Reading. Please have a look at that. Also, for some of you right here, this is why I pulled this out. Some of you may feel that you need some type of closure or deeper understanding of this connection because it really weighs heavily in your mind and your heart, and you just can't let go, and you feel a sense of obsession. Okay, if you feel that, then that does mean that, yes, welcome to the club. It's a past life spiritual reading that you're going to need. It's very intense, this type of connection, and it's really, really hard to let go. It changes you in terms of your spirituality and the way you view the world. So have a look at the package that I have. Some of you might want to have a view. I do have all of the details written in description for all of the packages that I carry. And please do read before you place an order. Now, also I have another channel called Asnointia Audio that's on YouTube. The videos there are absolutely free, just like this channel. And please do have a view there of one of the ones that's called Past Life and Spiritual Connections. Another one I have, Sensually Intense Spiritual Connections. And there's one that I uploaded not so long ago that's called Letting Go and Moving On. There's 2 parts to it. That may help some of you because I do see here with that card, and the recovery card, some of you will want to stay with this person. Others of you are just kind of done and you really want to move on. So on that channel, I have some informational videos that I've created. It's mostly for you just to hear, it's just audio. And it's on past life spiritual connections. I have some videos on relationship related advice. And I also have one educating you a little bit more about these negative energies, what and who they are, how to recognize and remove such things from your life. Taurus, that is your reading. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope I was able to provide you with some clarity and some guidance in your situations. Do let me know in the comments below if any of this has resonated. It does help me understand how all of this ties into your situation. And I'll see you guys again. Please do like, share, and subscribe. You all take care. Stay safe. Bye now.